Part 320. Divine System of the Strongest Card Supplier in the End Times, Doomsday Strongest Card Supplier. Author, Shu. Chapter 3191. Taishaji widened his eyes, and then said earnestly from the sidelines. While talking, the gleam in the eyes grew more and more. At this moment, the whole person has become flustered. After all, that's exactly what happened. Pure and frank. Although these are good words of persuasion, Fang Fan's scalp really tingles in his ears. Listen, my brain hurts. Yes. Master, there is still a competition tomorrow, so I will withdraw first. You have to rest well at night, and you can fight to the end for the academy tomorrow. Fang Fan let out a ha-ha, and then prepared to evacuate. Just after getting rid of Taishuja, Bai Piao came to welcome him. Those eyes narrowed themselves into slits. Hey. Fang Fan boy, what, do you have any secret skills in appraising treasures? I can't believe you are so lucky every time. There must be something tricky here. It's a pity that I haven't found it until now. Anyway, there is a problem here. Fang Fan boy, how did you identify these treasures? Please tell me carefully. Which one of us is with whom, isn't it? If I get rich, doesn't it mean you get rich? The main thing you do every day is that you are too busy, so you can't take care of many things. You certainly don't have much time to go to various places to find treasures. Boy Fang Fan, just go ahead and teach me the secret art of appreciating treasures. In the future, I will find treasures in auctions on the black market. How about the benefits we get? Wouldn't it be better for 4 or 6? 55 is fine. In the future, you don't have to do anything, just lie down and make money. Boy Fang Fan, one day brother, 100 days of kindness. Brothers work together to cut gold. Cooking beans burns Osmunda, why is it too urgent to fry? Bai Piao's thoughts started again. Fang Fan was really surprised by his thoughts. Wouldn't you like to stop for a while? Continuously, there is no rest day. Boo, continuously, it's still the same thing. It's strange that this mentality can be stabilized. Fang Fan rubbed his painful head, the corners of his mouth subconsciously twitched, and he almost slapped Bai Piao to death. Stop talking nonsense. There is no treasure appraising secret technique. It's better for you to talk less nonsense yourself than anything else. Besides, what's the use of earning so many star cores? How many star cores can you use up for cultivation? You are a disease, treat it as soon as possible. Fang Fan helped his forehead, then quickly retreated. Back in the lounge arranged by Yuanqi Academy, Fang Fan was a little bit cleaner. Fang Fan closed the door without seeing anyone. The 3 daughters of concubine Xiang stood at the door with resentful expressions on their faces. Fang Fan naturally has business to do right now. Low-level Saint-level Legion promotion card. Holy Venerable Battle Pet Experience card. Demigod-level Puppet card. These are just obtained. For now, the Saint-level Battle Pet Experience card and the Demigod-level Puppet card can be used. Fang Fan pondered for a moment, then looked at the attribute panels of the 3 cards. Low-level Saint-level Legion promotion card, after use, a low-level Saint-level army can be promoted to the middle-level Saint level. Holy Lord Battle Pet Experience card, after using it, you can release a lot of experience, the favorite of battle pets. Demigod level Puppet card, after using it, you can summon a quasi-demigod level puppet to fight for you. Divine System of the Strongest Card Supplier in the End Times, Doomsday Strongest Card Supplier. Author, Shu. Chapter 3192. In addition, the powerful demigod-level dragon crystal obtained in this auction can also be used to increase combat power. Little Golden Dragon. Fang Fan squinted his eyes, and then called softly, followed by Fang Fan's eyes becoming more and more bright, and the corners of his mouth also rose in an all-round way. Is this dragon crystal useful to you? Can you refine the energy in it? Body, can you bear it? Fang Fan looked at the miniature version of the little golden dragon in front of him, and then asked a few more questions. He had to figure out all aspects of the situation. In these aspects, one should follow along and not be careless in the slightest. Fang Fan exhaled a breath of foul air, thinking up to this point, his thoughts were also completely churning. Dragon crystal. What pure energy. Master, is this for me? The little golden dragon's eyes lit up, and the sound of breathing suddenly became rapid, and the dragon's body trembled unnaturally. There is no doubt that the surging emotion in my heart at this moment is difficult to express in words. Don't get too excited. Thinking up to this point, my thoughts are also floating. Among the 4 favorites under Fang Fan's command, Xiao Jinlong's cultivation level is currently the lowest. The Hell 3-headed dog Roaring Sky, Kunpeng Biming, and Dark Yekailan were all promoted to the 6-star initial stage of the sanctuary at one time during the thunder disaster in the sanctuary. Only Xiao Jinlong did not catch up with this wave, and his cultivation was still stagnant in the 2-star sanctuary. So in many battles, Xiao Jinlong couldn't participate at all. Regarding this, Xiao Jinlong Aoguang himself was naturally extremely anxious. It's just that things like cultivation cannot be clearly expressed in a few words. All in all, my brain was buzzing all the time, and it seemed a bit uncomfortable to some extent. At this moment, with such an opportunity, it is natural to follow and control it in all directions. This is an inevitable choice. Gradually, Xiao Jinlong's longan gradually became blurred. There are still tears flickering. Teardrops the size of fingers fell down, looking a little uncomfortable. What's your situation? Okay, why are you starting to be sensational? Take it easy. If you can't swallow this dragon crystal, just say it. It's all fine. The key is that you have to stabilize yourself. Fang Fan shrugged and continued. No. Not. My lord, I'm just too excited. If I can refine this dragon crystal, my cultivation will definitely skyrocket. At that time, I won't be a waste. I want to follow the Lord to conquer the heavens. Roar. Xiao Jinlong's body immediately jumped up, and his eyes were full of excitement as he spoke. Fang Fan knew that he had never doubted the loyalty of these battlefields under his command. He. Don't worry, your cultivation will be improved soon. Fang Fan narrowed his eyes secretly, and then took out the Saint-level Battle Pet Experience card. Use this Saint-level Battle Pet Experience card on 4 battle pets at the same time. I would like to see how much the experience points of a Saint-level Battle Pet Experience card can promote the 4 god pets. With the thought, Fang Fan's eyes showed hope. Fang Fan threw the Saint-level Battle Pet Experience card in his hand into the air, followed by a flash of blue light, and the blue light evenly fell on the 4 god pets. This blue light is the purest and most intense energy crystallization. You are listening to Novels at Bless Up channel. Wish you happiness and luck. Please subscribe to receive new novels. How do you feel about this novel? Please like and leave a comment. Divine System of the Strongest Card Supplier in the End Times, Doomsday Strongest Card Supplier. Author, Shu Yu. Chapter 3193. Roar. Ho 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 ho. The 4 divine pets couldn't help but began to yell, followed by their respective bodies trembling violently. Immediately afterwards, the cultivation base is also improving in an all-round way. Hell's 3-headed dog, Dark Knight Unicorn, and Kunpeng Biming are all 6-star early-level sanctuary realms, so the promotion speed is a bit slow. But the little golden dragon in the 2-star sanctuary realm is flying up like a rocket at this moment. This speed is really surprising. 2-star sanctuary. 2-star peak sanctuary. Sanctuary in the first stage of Samsung. 3-star peak sanctuary. 4-star peak sanctuary. 5-star. 6-star. The first stage of 7 stars. 7-star middle sanctuary realm. This is Xiao Jinlong's promotion journey. Promoted from a 2-star sanctuary to a mid 7-star sanctuary, it directly crossed 5 major levels. As for the minor ranks, there are 20 of them. So scary. This is a bit scary. A Saint level battle pet experience card has such an effect. God card. Fang Fan exhaled a turbid breath, thinking to himself, the gleam in his eyes involuntarily increased. At this moment, the corners of his mouth were raised rapidly, and his thoughts were also completely vacated. To say 1,000 words and 10,000 words, this feeling is particularly unique. The feeling deep in my heart gradually became ecstatic. At this moment, it is not something that can be expressed in a few words. All in all, I am excited and full of ideas. Master. Thank you, Lord, for your gift. Aoguang, the little golden dragon, prostrated himself on the ground excitedly. As he spoke, the dragon's body couldn't help trembling. At this moment, the demigod dragon crystal has not yet been refined, and its cultivation has already skyrocketed to the mid-level of the 7-star sanctuary. If it is used, it will be even stronger. My lord, I have been promoted to the 7-star peak sanctuary. Master, I too. My lord, I am the same. The hell 3-headed dog, Dark Yakilan and Kunpeng Biming also finished their training at this moment. For them, at this moment, they have completed a big jump from the 6-star initial sanctuary to the 7-star peak sanctuary. This is just a saint-level battle pet experience card. Wouldn't it be even more terrifying if you got a demigod-level battle pet experience card? Call. Fang Fan rolled his eyes, thinking to himself, his hands couldn't help but started to make fists. At this moment, it is impossible to say that there is no feeling in my heart. It is difficult to express in words the surging feelings in my heart at this moment. The strength of his will grow stronger again. Among the 4 great pets, 3 of them have been promoted to the 7-star peak sanctuary realm. As for Xiao Jinlong, although he is only in the mid 7-star sanctuary at the moment, when he completely refines that demigod dragon crystal, there will definitely be another transformation. It is more than words. Fang Fan clenched his hands into fists, the corners of his mouth raised silently, and his mind was also taking off in full swing. This does not seem to have a strange feeling. There is still this demigod-level puppet card that has not been opened. According to the above, you can directly summon a quasi-demigod-level puppet. Demigods are also divided into levels. Quasi-demigod realm, weak demigod realm, strong demigod realm, peak demigod realm, and so on. At the demigod level, even a slight gap is like a natural mode. The demigods I can see right now are basically quasi-demigods, or weak demigods. As for the higher level strong demigods and the top demigods, they are more stubborn, and they can't retreat. Divine System of the Strongest Card Supplier in the End Times, Doomsday Strongest Card Supplier. Author, Shu Yu. Chapter 3194. Fang Fan nodded silently, and the thoughts in his heart could not help but become broadened. According to the marks on the cultivation system, when you reach the demigod state, you can accept the power of faith from believers. The power of faith can not only be used to strengthen oneself and make oneself stronger, but can also be used to kill enemies. As for the classification of demigod realm, it's relatively simple. Those who comprehend a trace of divinity indicate that they have been initially promoted to the qualifications of demigods. This is the quasi-demigod state. And those who have successfully comprehended the whole line of divinity are in the weak demigod realm. If you can develop the second divinity, you will be in the semi-divine realm. If you can fully comprehend the second divinity and reach perfection, then you will be in the supreme demigod realm. The leap to the top of the demigod realm, then the mystery is mysterious again. Fang Fan's eyeballs followed suit, and his complexion looked very complicated. Because for him, it is necessary to use tens of thousands of millions of strands of faith. What is intricate and difficult to understand is the so-called divinity. Could it be that he has comprehended many divinities? How should this be calculated? Then isn't he the ultimate demigod? Or is it an existence that surpasses the demigods? Fang Fan breathed out a turbid breath, his eyes subconsciously glanced around, his expression became more and more complicated. The complexity here cannot be expressed in a few words. All in all, it looks a little scalp numb. Maybe it's because I have the god of rage, so I have this privilege. For it. Probably that's it. Although this rage god seat is virtual, it still has the authority it should have. As for the state after the top demigod state, is it the supreme god? According to common sense, after reaching the peak demigod state, as long as you ignite the divine fire and shape the godhead, you can become a god in the true sense. Good on. Fang Fan's eyes lit up, and his breathing couldn't help but become rapid. Interesting. It's really interesting. Everything is close. That illusory world of God seems to be slowly emerging. Everything is the most distinctive gesture. Fang Fan licked his lips, thinking to himself, the light in his eyes grew more and more, and the smile at the corner of his mouth also increased. Thinking about it so far, it seems quite unusual. In that illusory God realm, he still has many enemies. If he remembers correctly, he seems to have had a dewy marriage with a certain goddess. There, it is quite worth looking forward to. Fang Fan beat the air with both hands, feeling lonely, and his heart was also fully lifted. At this moment, there are already some crazy ideas in my heart. What should come, will always come. The final armament is to promote the legion under my command. I have enough star cores to upgrade a 7-star peak sanctuary army to an 8-star peak sanctuary. Well, there is no need to wait for anything now. Aside from the previous expenses, I still have 1.8 million high-grade star cores in my hand. The current star core can only support the promotion of a 7-star sanctuary realm. Then choose the Blood Shura Legion. To a certain extent, it can maximize the display of combat power. Fang Fan nodded silently, and began to think comprehensively in his heart. Divine System of the Strongest Card Supplier in the End Times, Doomsday Strongest Card Supplier. Author, Shu Yu. Chapter 3195. The key point is the Blood Shura Legion's exclusive Legion skill Sura Unity. In a short period of time, the combat power of 2 small levels can be improved. Only in this way can it fully burst out. Fang Fan narrowed his eyes, thinking to himself, the corners of his mouth could not help but slightly raised. Thinking about it so far, these thoughts are gradually becoming real. Choose to be promoted to the Blood Shura Legion. Ding. Consumed 1.3 million high-grade star cores and successfully purchased 1.3 million saint-level exclusive promotion cards. The 7-star peak sanctuary level Blood Shura army was successfully promoted to the 8-star peak sanctuary level army. Fang Fan nodded silently when the system notification sound came from his ear, and the sparkle in his eyes involuntarily increased. At this point of thinking, the thoughts are also completely tumbling. In terms of feeling, it is quite unusual. The Blood Shura Legion has been promoted to the 8-star peak sanctuary realm. If you use Azura Unity at a critical moment, you can increase your cultivation by 2 levels in a short time. The 8-star peak sanctuary, 2 more levels, that is the middle level saint. At least at this moment, there is a horizontal comparison of one's own combat power. Fang Fan thought to himself, then nodded his head, thinking so far, his thoughts were also rushing all over the place. Only by controlling absolute combat power in your hands can you have the capital to gain a foothold here. Otherwise everything will be in vain. There is also this demigod level puppet card. For the time being, it probably won't be needed. In case of crisis, it is also a trump card. At this moment, even if there is a strong demigod chasing me, there is still a chance to escape. Even, fight to the end. Fang Fan exhaled a foul breath, thinking about it so far, his feelings seemed extremely profound. It's night, there's a lot of movement outside. Fang Fan could clearly perceive the wave after wave of spiritual power fluctuations. The sense of volatility gradually became stronger. Many of them are Saint Venerable Realm powerhouses. These people rushed over from all angles in order to attack and kill Fang Fan. At this moment, Fang Fan has become a favorite in the eyes of these people. On the bright side, they felt that Fang Fan had at least the demon subduing bamboo worth 1,000,000 high-grade star cores, and the demigod dragon crystal worth hundreds of thousands of high-grade star cores. The role of these thinking guides is particularly strong. Thinking so far, it gradually became extremely real. There were also more shouts outside. That Fang Fan is in this room. Rush in, and we'll go. No matter if it's the demigod dragon crystal or the magic bamboo, just grab one and we won't have to worry about it in the future. Hee hee. The heavens have no eyes, and let this yellow-mouthed child get this treasure. This treasure should belong to us. Rush over. Speed up. Explode in all directions. Tisk, tisk tisk, interesting, really interesting, this feeling, take off, full take off. Grass, there are roadblocks ahead. Go up and die one by one. That guy, so strong. That figure, so familiar. This is the undead Yan Luo Tai Shiji. Undead Yan Luo Tai Uncle G is guarding the door, rush now. How many F***ing lives do you have? Damn it, it's over, the cool moonlight. Don't chirp, you'll be upset. Let's go together, get involved with that undead Yan Luo first, I don't believe he can stop all of us. You are listening to Novels at Bless Up channel. Wish you happiness and luck. Please subscribe to receive new novels. How do you feel about this novel? Please like and leave a comment. Divine System of the Strongest Card Supplier in the End Times, Doomsday Strongest Card Supplier. Author, Shu Yu. Chapter 3196. There has never been a lot of discussion around. There were gradually crackling sounds in the air. After the sound of piercing the air, there were bursts of miserable roars. After the miserable sound, corpses appeared one after another on the ground. A mountain of corpses and a sea of blood, that's all. This is definitely not an ordinary night. The next day, Fang Fan stretched his waist and walked out the door, subconsciously yawning. Had a good rest last night. Although it is said that someone with his level of cultivation no longer needs to replenish his mental strength through sleep, but if there is an opportunity to lie down and sleep, Fang Fan will naturally not refuse. It's a treat. As soon as he opened the door, Fang Fan smelled a strong smell of blood. Immediately afterwards, he saw two blood-colored figures standing in front of him. Master. Deputy Palace Master. Fang Fan blinked, looking a little surprised. Uncle G was guarding his door, so he was not surprised. The master loves the apprentice, it's only right and proper. But last night he didn't seem to sense the presence of the Deputy Palace Master Shui Wanren. Besides, on the occasion last night, there was no need for a demigod to guard the gate, right? Snort. I'm just passing by. Don't think too much, kid. The corners of Shui Wanren's mouth twitched subconsciously, and then he took a deep breath, and the twitching of the corners of his mouth also increased. All in all, he looked unhappy. Passing by. How can passing so much blood be splashed on his body? The smell of blood is about to soak up. Did the Deputy Palace Master love us students so much? I'm really flattered. Fang Fan nodded approvingly, and while talking, the sparkle in his eyes involuntarily increased. Don't need to say anything else for the time being, What Fang Fan said at the moment is the truth. Feel it a little bit, it will be very real. Why? It's good to have someone up there, someone will guard the door when you sleep at night. Master Deputy Palace Master, admitted, did you worry about what happened to your son-in-law last night, so you came here to protect Fang Fan? Tisk, this old father-in-law's heart is burning hot. Bai Piao happened to come over at this time, and then joked. This guy is getting more and more courageous now, and when he treats the Deputy Palace Master, he also treats him indifferently. It can only be said that this guy sometimes has such a little melon potential. At this moment, Shui Wanren stared directly at him, causing Bai Piao to take several steps back in fright. Snored. You kid, talk less. This mouth is too chatty. Shui Wanren snorted coldly, and then said to Bai Piao. Immediately following, Shui Wanren's gaze focused on Fang Fan again. If it wasn't for my precious daughter who insisted on dragging me here to be your bodyguard last night, I wouldn't have come. Treat concubine Xiang well. Listen up. If you dare to bully my concubine Xiang, I will be the first to abolish you. Shui Wanren immediately showed the surging posture of the old father-in-law. While talking, the sound of breathing could not help but become rapid, and the posture of gnashing teeth followed. Fang Fan instantly understood. Concubine Xiang must have been worried about him last night, so she specially called her father, that is, the Deputy Palace Master Shui Wanfu, to come here to guard. After all, there were quite a few cultivators who wanted Fang Fan to kill and steal goods last night. Divine System of the Strongest Card Supplier in the End Times, Doomsday Strongest Card Supplier. Author, Shu Yu. Chapter 3197. At this time, concubine Xiang walked out of the house. The morning sun fell from the sky, and then shone on Xiangfei, and a scent of orchids in the empty valley rushed to her face. Under the refraction of the sun, Fang Fan narrowed his eyes slightly and suddenly became a little bit flustered. At this moment, the whole body and mind are sinking into it and cannot extricate themselves. Thinking about this, the sound of breathing became more rapid, and the smiles on the corners of his mouth gradually increased. Needless to say about other things for the time being, this posture is displayed here, and everything is the most vivid. Last night, worked hard. Sorry, for making you worry. Fang Fan leaned close to Xiangfei's ear, and immediately began to murmur to himself. The hot air spitting out hit Xiangfei's earlobe, causing Xiangfei to stand up in an instant, and the base of her ear suddenly became extremely crimson. Concubine Xiang wriggled her lips, her eyes unnaturally glanced around, and her facial expression changed very appropriately. Anyway, after all, that's the attitude. Pure, and this is. Fang Fan licked his lips, then let out a mouthful of dirty air, and his thoughts were also rising slightly. At this moment, it is also quite enjoyable. Fang Fan hugged Xiangfei tightly, and Xiangfei was curled up in Fang Fan's arms like a kitten just waking up. I saw the pitiful gesture displayed, which inexplicably made Fang Fan's heart flutter. This feeling is extraordinary. The mentality also gradually became flustered. How can such feelings be expressed in a few words? Xiangfei suddenly let out a sweet cry, which made Fang Fan feel fascinated. At this moment, everyone around couldn't help but stare wide-eyed, their faces twitching. Good guy. When I got up early in the morning, I was stuffed with dog food. Damn it, that's enough. Fang Fan boy. Take it easy, don't show off. Take care of our feelings, okay? You are unreasonable. Bai Piao rolled his eyes, and then complained from the side. Shui Wanren, the deputy head of the Guangming Academy, saw his precious daughter acting cute in Fang Fan's arms, and his eyes widened. Not to mention the ferocious expression at this moment, it's almost the same. The little cabbage that has been raised for so many years is finally, it was pushed by a pig. Ah, this. This brain is buzzing instantly. The mentality immediately exploded. This can be followed by a hammer. Bitter. Bitter. Can't wait to beat Fang Fan, the culprit, to death with one fist. It seems that these feelings have. Being an old father is not so easy. After these emotions had turned around completely, Shui Wanren suddenly let out another foul breath. Seeing that my daughter has found her own belonging and happiness, she seems very happy. In this heart, gradually followed by flattery. Ah, this is indeed the case in feeling, and it is taking off in an all-round way in terms of ideas. This bastard looks a little messy, but he's not bad at all. And it is indeed the first day of the Guangming Academy. If Xiangfei can be with him, it will be a good marriage. There's just one thing, this guy is stubborn, his charm is too great, and he doesn't restrain himself, so there are so many women around him forever. You son of a bitch. Shui Wanren gritted his teeth bitterly. Thinking of this in his heart, his expression became complicated again. Divine system of the strongest card supplier in the end times, Doomsday strongest card supplier. Author, Shu Yu. Chapter 3198. As a father, seeing his daughter's attitude, he was both relieved and a little sad in his heart. Only a woman can feel this deeply. Okay. You too, don't get bored. There are so many people. Don't be ashamed. Shui Wanren, deputy head of the Guangming Academy, gritted his teeth and walked forward, and then complained from the side. Things have come to this point, and all aspects of this have to be kept safe. At least don't be too arrogant, right? Take it easy, take it easy. By the way, I heard about the auction last night, you offended the Dark Academy too hard. Today's game, be careful yourself. Those people didn't succeed last night, and I'm afraid they won't stop today. If there are no accidents, they should still look for opportunities to continue to shoot. When the time comes, don't slack off easily. Especially those people from the Dark Academy. Especially pay attention to the movements of the Dark Academy. Shui Wanren groaned, and then followed up with instructions. This already shows the earnest teaching of an old father-in-law. Fang Fan nodded, expressing his understanding. Now that he is a popular figure, how could he not know? But in any case, this friendly match will continue. After all, it is related to the overall division of divine land resources. After the comprehensive competition in the previous few days, the current scores of the universities and colleges are roughly displayed as follows. Points leaderboard. First place, Black and White Academy, 8 points. 2 wins and 2 wins. Second place, Guangming Academy, 6 points. 2 wins and 2 wins. Third place, Dark Academy, 6 points. 2 wins and 2 wins. Fourth place, Nether Academy, 2 points. 3 battles and 3 defeats. Fifth place, Yuanji Academy, 0 points. 3 battles and 3 defeats. Among them, the Black and White Academy, the Bright Academy and the Dark Academy each had 2 competitions, and all won. According to the rules from the beginning, 3 points for a win, 1 point for a draw, and no points for a loss. As for why the Academy of Darkness scored 8 points for winning 2 games, it was also because it was selected from a group of academies at the beginning. At the beginning of the competition, it automatically had 2 points. This is also a small benefit of the Academy. Among the 3 colleges, the Bright Academy and the Dark Academy can basically be fully stabilized. As for the Yuanji Academy, it actually seems a bit stretched. Good guy, 3 battles and 3 defeats. Now even the Black and White Academy has never been played. To some extent, this brain is also buzzing. Soon, brand new events continue. On the arena, Su Qin, the deputy head of the Yuanji Academy, appeared again with a dark face. Yesterday's occupation, the first-year students of Yuanqi Academy suffered a crushing defeat. To be honest, this is really embarrassing. But this is the territory of Yuanqi Academy. Speaking of which, Yuanqi Academy is the master here, so no matter what, this friendly match will continue. Everyone. After a night of rest, you must be very energetic. Are you ready for the next battle? So, very good. I'll announce it next. A brand new battle will begin immediately. Then invite representatives from various schools and colleges to come and draw lots. Su Qin, the deputy head of the Yuanqi Academy, forced a smile, and seemed a little weak when he spoke. You are listening to Novels at Bless Up channel. Wish you happiness and luck. Please subscribe to receive new novels. How do you feel about this novel? Please like and leave a comment. Divine System of the Strongest Card Supplier in the End Times, Doomsday Strongest Card Supplier. Author, Shu Yu. Chapter 3199. According to common sense, each college only needs to fight 4 games, that is, it has to fight 1 game with several other opponents, but now Yuanqi Academy has lost 3 battles and 3 defeats. So basically bid farewell to the top 3. For Yuanqi Academy, the first-year friendly match was a complete failure. Now I can only look forward to whether there will be any miracles in the next senior competition. Fang Fan played again, and immediately began to draw lots. Right now, there are only 2 opponents left by the Bright Academy and the Black and White Academy. Fang Fan licked his lips, his thoughts gathered here, and his facial expression became particularly complicated. Black and White Academy. Seeing the numbers on the paper drawn by lottery, Fang Fan pursed his lips silently. Black and White Academy versus Bright Academy. Yuanqi Academy versus Nether Academy. Dark Academy by Su Qin, the deputy head of the Yuanqi Academy, then solemnly declared. This will be the 4th battle of Yuanqi Academy, and it will also be the last battle. What the hell, there won't be any more surprises, right? It's okay to miss the Black and White Academy, because this time the Black and White Academy is indeed a bit weird. If you miss again in the hands of the Nether Academy, it will really be unreasonable. Isn't this just a continuous slap in the face? It didn't feel that good. The first thing to unfold is the battle between Yuanqi Academy and Nether Academy. There is basically no suspense. The Nether Academy has once again started to accept defeat with peace and a high profile. Anyway, I can't beat it, and if I beat it, it's useless. Rather than being beaten to the point of bleeding, it's better to take the initiative at this time. In this way, at least some losses can be reduced. Utilitarianism or something, there must be some, but the key is, the execution is not in place at all. Even at this moment, I feel my head buzzing. What can I do? It can only be stopped to a certain extent. My brain exploded, and then I sighed silently. After all, that's exactly what happened. Thinking about this, I am speechless. At this moment, even the audience around didn't bother to complain, because they had foreseen it from the beginning. It is as expected. The Nether Academy is still the Nether Academy, awesome. Tisk, after all, I have no bones at all, my bones are all soft. What can I do if I'm not soft? Is it possible that I really want to grit my teeth and move forward? I don't even look at what I am now, unless this brain is really cracked, it is absolutely impossible to have those messy thoughts. Yeah, it's a dead end, so it's better to let yourself calm down. Hee, this Nether Academy is here to make fun of it. This is just a foil. The most exciting thing below is the battle between Guangming Academy and Black and White Academy. The surrounding discussions gradually shifted. Immediately, he began to focus on the competition between Guangming Academy and Black and White Academy. As one of the 3 universities, Guangming Academy is very powerful. But Black and White Academy is not bad either. Relying on Blood Demon transformation, he has become the biggest dark horse now. At this moment, the odds of each family are fluctuating in an all-round way. Each handicap has different ideas about the outcome of Guangming Academy and Black and White Academy. Some markets even started to lie flat, directly open a parity market, no matter whether it is the victory of the Guangming Academy or the victory of the Black and White Academy, it is 1-2, anyway, it is very stable. Divine system of the strongest card supplier in the end times, Doomsday strongest card supplier. Author, Shu Yu. Chapter 3200. For them, the reasons are actually quite sufficient. Bright Academy is indeed not bad, but Black and White Academy is a freak, you know that. The Yuanqi Academy was not bad before. There are still 5-star high-level sanctuary realms in the Yuanqi Academy, but how to raise them in the end? Didn't they still get slapped in the face? The students of the Black and White Academy are all lunatics, and they will cast blood demon transformation at every turn to die with you, do you dare? They are really crazy, do you dare to be desperate? Hey, really, it's nothing. We don't have the confidence at all, don't we? In all aspects of the situation, you have to take it easy. If you are a little careless, you may be deeply involved. In terms of feeling, follow along. By the way, I remember that Chen Tianwei, the dean of the Black and White Academy, seemed to bid for 10 healing cards at the auction last night. Those healing cards can instantly heal injuries. Can those students be healed instantly by casting blood demon transformation? Can they still perform blood demon transformation once then? My CAO, Matryoshka dolls? This is a bit shameless. It's going to be a blood demon at every turn, this, who can stand it? Hee hee, I'm just shameless, what can you do? It's fair and square. So, let's vote for the Black and White Academy, we are sure to be right. Tisk, such a good opportunity, it would be a pity if we missed it, wouldn't it? Take it easy, don't really fall into it. The gamble on the Guangming Academy is also open, bet on the Guangming Academy, pay 1.01 for each bet on the Black and White Academy, pay 100 each, CAO, it's 100 times the gamble again. Crazy, really crazy. Don't touch the gamble of Guangming Academy, you are old and evil. If anyone gets involved in the gamble of Guangming Academy, needless to say, you will definitely lose. Are these words that exaggerated? Can't you just take it easy? Hee hee, you still don't believe what you say? Hey, I really don't know what your brains are thinking. You have suffered so many losses, and you haven't learned your lesson yet. It's not a question of teaching or not. The key is it so exaggerated? Hee hee, is there still such an exaggeration? You will know after learning the lesson. If you don't die, you won't die. What's going on? Take it easy. But I want to win by betting on the Black and White Academy. Other gamblers pay 1-2 and 1-3, but Guangming Academy directly pays 100-1. Damn, since I am determined to make such a choice, is there any way out? Walk, I have to go to pay 100 for one. Hey, you are still young after all, the real wealth code is to buy it against the gamble at Guangming Academy. The atmosphere on the gambling table was immediately lifted. It's going on like a fire right now. The light in their respective eyes flickered, and their thoughts were also fully boiling. Naturally, this gesture was not clear in a few words. There are only zero and countless times in gambling. Once you have a chance in your heart, you will always want to go deep into it without thinking about food, and then sink into it. So, please don't get involved, don't think about being a gambling dog. Gambling dogs will die. This is not without reason. The one who takes everything will always be the dealer. It would be even more miserable if he met such a stubborn banker as Bai Piao.